week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set. 54. Mike 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, stand off.
Now a handoff looking right. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, Clifford going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 90 Wolf. Mike Front. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 54.
From the gun, Clifford. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Set,
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Newman nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Here we go, G, get off the field. 58, boys, 58. 58, come on, go.
Back to throw. Newman looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. N'Keal Harry, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now the extra point. Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trent Murphy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the... year.
2nd down.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Hey, we are go.
Alpha.
Operating from the gun, Clifford, and that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Bird on the return. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Patriots take over.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Get wide.
From the gun, they run with Michel, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Dorsett. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw on 2nd down, Clifford. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Right there.
From the gun, Clifford airing it out for Olsen. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Clifford looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Throwing to start the drive. Newman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Patriots take over first and 10.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Throwing after the interception. Newman. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Mike, 58, right there. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
To throw on third down. Newman. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Dorsett on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Check, lady. Check 52. Come on. Touchdown, defense. Check.
A first throw for the backup, Wilson. And an alley to run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Switch.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. You're running
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think so.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Shift. Mike, one flip. Here we go.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Come on, boy. You got move. Don't be scared of it.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch the run. 58, let it go.
On third down, Newman looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On first down, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. Second and 10 now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first and 10, it's Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Throwing again, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Calais Campbell, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. On second down, Michelle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Throwing on third and long. Newman trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. He was looking for Edelman there. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Down Michelle, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Come on. It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newman got a man open. That's Harry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Newman flushed out right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Mike, 58, right there. Pick me up. Here we go. Echo. 58 to Mike, 58.
To throw on 2nd down. Newman nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newman And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw. Newman. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
6 guys. Check 6. Match box. Right.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Newman. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth.
Watch the pass. Check. Alert 3.
On fourth down, Newman. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Under 10. Under 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here it comes. Check 31. Check 31. 12.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Michel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st down, Newman. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Looking to throw on second down. Newman. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, guys, listen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, 0.
And to give this time to the tailback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.